Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about list operations and methods. Okay, so in the last class we discussed about how we can create a list, how we can add element, how we can delete element, how we can uh, access the element. Okay, here we can discuss about some of the methods which is available, we can use with the list. Okay, so basically before this we must be know about that what is list. This is a sequence. Okay, it is a sequence. Okay, so here I am taking a object as a sequence. Okay, so what is the sequence? Sequence is a list. So suppose you are creating a list, L1 is equal to, if you are creating a list, L1 is equal to 2 and 3. So what is L1? L1 is a sequence, so you can write L1 dot copy. Okay, okay, so we can take we can discuss one by one. So sequence dot copy is, it's return the sequence and store into another sequence. Okay, so that means if you want to create another sequence, the copy of the from the one of the sequence, so you can use the copy function. Another is sequence dot reverse. So it is not written anything, basically it is not written anything, it reverses the original sequence. Okay, so suppose you have a list L1 is equal to 2 3, when you are calling this, so L1 is become 3 and 2, it just reverse the sequence. Okay, now a sequence dot short, it is not written anything, again it short the original sequence, which is basically short them. Okay, now if you want to parameter reverse is equal to true, so you can, by default the value of reverse is false, so by default reverse is false, and if you are passing reverse is equal to true, so that means it is reversing in the decreasing order. Okay, okay, now the third one is fifth one is sequence dot clear. So what does it mean? It does mean it is used to clear all the element from the list. So suppose your list have 12 element, and if you want to delete all the elements from the list, so you have to clean the sequence. So how we can clear the sequence? By using clear function. Another, this is the Python inbuilt functions, basically main function, max function, length function. It is used for find out the maximum element, it is used for to find out the minimum element from the sequence, and it is used for find out the length of the sequence. Okay, we can discuss one by one later practically we can show how you can implement these functions. Okay, now two other functions is list count. You can pass any object. So suppose you have a list L1 is equal to 2 3 2 4 3 7 2 2, and if I am writing L1 dot count 2, so basically it can be counted to how many occurrence of 2 is available in the list. So we can count 1 2 3 4, so it's written 4. Okay, and list index object, so if you are passing 2, so it is basically written the first index. So you can see if I'm writing L1 dot L1 dot index, and I can pass here object is 3, so it's written 1. Okay, okay, so okay, what is the difference between copy versus assignment? Basically most of the time the interviewer can ask this question. What kind of question is that, if suppose we have a list L1 is equal to 2 3, and if I am writing L2 is equal to L1, so L2 have all the element which L1 have, right? But you can see if I am using L1 dot odd pop function, so and after that I just want to print L2, so L2 is printing only 2. Why it is? Because in the first line when L1 is created, there is a memory 2 and 3 is allotted, L1 is pointed out this, and the memory reference is suppose 1024. When you are writing second line, so in the second line L2 is created, fine, L2 is created, but it is not allocated with the different memory location. It is basically taking a shallow copy and point out the same memory location. So that means if you are performing some operation with L1, it is directly reflect to L2, or either you can reflect, either you can do any operation on L2, it is directly reflect on L1. So we cannot say that it is a copy, it is basically assigning. Okay, assigning the memory reference. So if anybody is saying that this way you can create a copy, no, If you want to create a separate copy, you can use the copy function. So L2 is equal to L1 dot copy. By the use of copy function, it is create a different memory location. It is store them at L2 and then this one, and this memory reference suppose 1032. So you can see L1 have 1024, L2 have 1035 in this case, in the second case. Okay, so if you are do some manipulation in L1, it does not reflect to L2, and if you are doing some manipulation with L2, it does not reflect to L1. Both have different memory spaces, so both are performing differently. Okay, so that is the difference between how we can copy and how we can assignment. So this is basically assignment. This is called assignment because here I am using assignment operator, and this is called copy. Okay. Okay, next is list comprehensive. That is most important thing. If you want to use list comprehensive in your program, so you can see your code is become very small. You can do lot of thing in a single line. Okay, let's see how we can create it. So compression are construct that allow sequence to be pulled from another sequence. Okay, how you can see? So you can see if you are creating a list comprehensive, so first of all you have to create a square brackets, and here you can write three things. Okay, first thing is output expression, second thing is input expression, third is optional condition. Okay, third is basically condition, but condition is optional, either you can pass it or other if you don't want to pass it, you can remove it. Okay, but these two things, this first and second thing must be needed here. Output expression means you have to create define output expression, means what kind of output you want. Okay, here you have to pass the input sequence, means what kind of input you are taking and what kind of output you are doing in first part. Okay, so just like I am creating a list, I have a list L1 is equal to, or we can write a sequence here. So we can write a range function. Suppose I am writing for I in range 3. Okay, so you can see okay, here is the x is there, so range is creating like 0 1 2, so it is taking one element from here, so it is taking 0 and put into x. Okay, and at the same time this output expression is to be calculated. So you can see the value of x is 0, so 0 is the power 2 is 0, so it is creating a sequence 0. Okay, I am not talking about this one, I am talking about this later on. Again it is taking one element from here, put into x, so it is taking here, so 1 square is 1, so it is calculating 1. Again it is taking 2 here, so 2 is putting into x, so it is calculating 2 is the square, 2 is the square is 4. So you can see I am creating a list here by the square of every number. Okay, and if you want to create a sequence, you want to create a list depend on any condition, so you can see I am taking a condition is that x must be divided by 2. That means we just create a sequence only for even numbers. Okay, whenever x is divided by 2 completely, then its square should be taken here. Okay, so you can see it is taking only 0 and 2, 1 square is not taken here, so your list should be 0 to 4. Okay, so this is called list comprehensive. Okay, let's see how we can practically implement these methods and list comprehensive. So we have L1, so L1 is having two elements 2 and 3. Okay, so I am creating a copy L2 is equal to L1. So when you are using this, so you can see I can just print here ID of L1, so you can see this one, and if I am printing ID of L2, so you can see both have same ID. Okay, now I am going to change this. I am writing here L1 dot copy. So when I am creating copy, so you can see L1 have the same ID, but L2 have different ID because it is create a copy at different location. Okay, okay, fine. Now L1 is 2 3. I just want to short them. It is already shorted, but again I just want to try short it. So it is shorting when I am printing L1, so you can see it is printing in shorting way. Okay, okay, if I am writing here reverse is equal to true. Okay, now I can print here. So you can see it is sorting into the reverse order. Okay. Okay, now the second is short copy, and wait a minute. Okay, I just extend some element here. Extend, we can put 3 4 5 6 3 4 5 2 3 2 2. Okay, oh sorry, you should be passed these elements in the form of list, so you have to put bracket here. Sometime you can be mistaken. Okay, now I am just printing here L1. So L1 have all the elements. I just want to count, so count count. Okay, and when I'm counting 2, so how many time 2 is there? So 2 is 4 time. Okay, how many time 3 is there? So 4 time. How many time 5 is there? So it is printing 2 time. Okay, so how many time the object is occur in the list? So you can access by the using of count function. Okay, now L1 dot clear. Before this, I just want to create a copy. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I just want to L1 dot clear. So when I am this, I am just printing L1. So you can see I am not getting anything. But L2 have all the elements because I am creating a copy na. So L2 have all the elements, and when I am calling L1 dot clear, it is clear all the element. Okay. Now I am talking about the function. So max is a function which is used to find out the maximum value. So maximum value is 6. I just find out minimum. Minimum length is 2, and length is basically calculate how many element in the list. So 13 element is there. Okay. Now I am going to talking about a list comprehensive. So list comprehensive, you can write square brackets. Initially you have to route the output expression. So x multiply 2 and 4I in range 8. So when I'm running this, so you can see it is creating 16 16 16 16. No, why it is? Because I am storing this to a y. Now I just want to print y. Wait a minute. Yeah, I am doing one mistake in here. I am taking a variable I here and I am writing x here because it is totally depend on I. So you can see it is printing 0 1 4 9 16 25 and then 49. Okay, and if you want to write some condition, so I can write some condition. If x mod 2 is equal to 2 0, so then output expression will be calculated. So you can see it is containing only the, again I am writing here x, y I am writing here x. So you can say it contained only the square of even numbers. Okay, so this way you can write the list comprehensive. So you can see that this one is the output, this one is the input, and here you can give the condition. So I don't want to put here condition, I can do something more here. So if you want to write a multiply by 2 such double, so 2 multiply I, so you can run, you can see 6 12, so 5 into 2 is 10. Okay, you can write anything. I can just want to write I z I plus 3. Okay, fine. So you can see every element is added 3, 0 1 2 3. So this way you can see every element is added 3. So this way you can use a list or create a list by using list comprehensive. Okay, so this is the list method and object and list comprehensive you can use and implement it. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about tuples.